In the immortal words of George Carlin, motherfucker and tits. Hi, I'm Brett Mauser, and I've made over 40 feature films. And all of them, every single one of them, has the words shit or in it. Why? Because that's the way a lot of people talk. Especially the people I write about in my films. Killers, thieves, bastards, and whores. If you've got a guy in the middle of a gunfight, do you really think they're going to say, holy gosh darn, I've been shot?
You call that cover? You call that running, motherfucker?
Now me, I'm a staunch supporter of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in particular. Now, for this particular episode, the one that matters the most is the First Amendment. I'm going to try not to get on my soapbox here. But I will say this. You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want. And you as a filmmaker should not only fight tooth and nail for that right, but you need to fight for my right, your friend's rights, the guy who wholeheartedly disagrees with you. You need to fight for his or her right to say whatever the fuck they want. Because as soon as you start saying you can't say that, then someone somewhere is going to find what you're saying offensive.
Killed a few children, raped and murdered a few men. But hey, I was going through my bad girl phase.
And they'll come after you next. So whether it's a political rant about immigration or just a bad guy in your movie dropping the F-bomb, we need the ability to say whatever we want in our films. Does that mean you always should? No. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. One of the films I made that is very near and dear to my heart is A Dog's Life. Shot with only $65, starred some of my best friends and with people who would become some of my closest friends. I love this story. I love the characters and I love the theme and the messages buried within the subtext of the film. But I didn't rein in a lot of the language. Now, granted, I had my characters in the script drop quite a few F-bombs.
Don't give me any about I wouldn't understand. You think I didn't know who his fiance was? You think I'm a idiot?
But some of the actors I used dropped a hell of a lot more than were in the script.
Oh, we got George Carlin over
Hey,
here.
Eddie, why don't you just shut the up?
And why should I do that?
Because I didn't just waste my only bullet.
Oh, is that so, motherfucker? Now
Right.
you're
You
threatening
watching
me?
you call it
Hey, man.
motherfucker.
Will.
Hey.
Now, at the time, I really didn't notice or mind it at all. But as I've gone back and re-edited the film for inclusion in the Innocent Saga, I noticed how much these guys used the word and now it's a bit annoying, even distracting. And some people have come to me to let me know that some of their family members or friends had to turn off the movie because of the language. So, stick to your guns. If you want to use the language, use the language. But understand that you will lose some audience members because of it. You can bitch and moan all you want, but you're not going to convince those people to watch your movie. I love the show Deadwood, and I recommended it to my parents, but they said they couldn't get into it because of all the language. Do I understand their point of view? No, it's a good show. So what? They curse a lot. I still love the characters, events, the whole series. But for some, it bugged the hell out of them. So I will stand by you 100% to say whatever you want in your film. Have any character say any damn thing.
You stick your finger up ass, man.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you, they love that shit.
It's not a fucking puppet, Ruby.
But when you use language that turns people off of your film, you're not going to get any sympathy from me when you bitch and moan that no one wants to watch your movie because of the language. Because you've been warned. That's going to happen. As I've been going back to edit the Innocent Saga, I've tried to eliminate some of the bad language.
Here's to you, here's to me. May we never disagree. If we do disagree, here's to me. Here's to you, here's to me. May we never disagree. If we do disagree, to hell with you, here's to me.
Not always possible, since some of the original footage has been lost and I have to cut based on the final version. And I'm not going to beep it, so some of the language has had to stay in. But I have been able to tame it down a bit, and it really doesn't lose anything.
It's a police station. Second, it's Texas. Even the guys in the cells are gonna be packing.
I'm still not having my character say, golly gee whiz, but I'm making a little bit more palatable for general audiences. Language is going to also limit what kind of monetization you can get on some platforms. And if you go too overboard, you may even get kicked off of platforms like YouTube for community standard violations, like our channel, War Dogs. So there are consequences for using bad language. You should definitely have the right to use any language you want in your film. And I do mean any language, any ideas or thoughts without the fear of government interference or censorship. Yes, the First Amendment does and should protect you from the wrath of the government, but it does not protect you from the wrath of your peers. Remember that, and make the decision knowing why you're doing it and what the consequences of that might be. Or be like me and just do whatever you want and not worry about what some weak-minded snowflake might think. I'm Brett Mauser with What Went Wrong. Now, go off.